Last year, Michigan State lost 5 conference games. That alone is tough to stomach in East Lansing. But what's heartbreaking for Sparty, all 5 of those losses were by a margin of 4 points or less. Here to discuss is managing editor Pete Futak. And Pete, I think the perception is that the best program in the state is in Ann Arbor. You're not necessarily convinced of that.
It'll always be that perception, but right now Michigan State might actually be better. You know, Michigan, it seems like they're in year 5 of the rebuilding and reloading process. They never seem to have the right pieces at the right time. Michigan State's been a rock-solid program for the last few years, and this team that's coming back is more than good enough to win the Big Ten championship.
One reason to be concerned is no Le'Veon Bell to compensate for a fairly weak passing game, Pete. We know the Spartans have the line, but do they have the running backs to make up for Bell's loss?
Well, first of all, that passing game's got to be better. I mean, the receivers have to hang on to the ball. Drops were a humongous problem last year. The quarterback situation has to be settled. They cannot win the Big Ten championship unless the passing game is at least average. It just can't be bad again. Now, for the running game, they're going to go from power to speed. Le'Veon Bell was the barreling back. He got them through some big games, was the workhorse for that attack. Now they need Nick Hill, Jeremy Langford to be the speedsters and home run hitters to add something different to the offense. Now the problem is Nick Hill is coming off a sports hernia surgery. Langford is a speedster, not necessarily a workhorse. They're going to have to go running back by committee, and again, that passing game's got to hold its end of the bargain.
All right, on defense, no William Golston, but 8 starters are back, and you think this year they could be better defensively than they were last year, and they were 4th in the nation.
Exactly. Max Bullough and this defensive front 7 is going to be fantastic. They were phenomenal last year against the run. They're going to be the best defense in the Big Ten by far. The secondary loses a couple parts, but they're going to be awesome again. I think this defense is going to carry the offense. Again, going back to that passing game, if the passing game can just keep the chains moving, keep the defense a little bit fresher, I think this D is going to carry them to a big, big season.
All right, prediction time for you now, Pete. How many games will Sparty win this year?
Can they get past just being all Michigan Statey and just when you think they're going to be really good, they just don't show up. They don't get off the bus in a game that they should win. If they can get by that road game at Notre Dame early on, that's going to be kind of the big early test for them to see, just how good can this team be? Can that passing game progress? Can the defense be as good as expected? You look at the rest of the schedule, it opens up nice and easily. Michigan comes to East Lansing. They don't have to play Ohio State. The problem is, after that Michigan game, they get a week off, and then they got to go to Nebraska. Nebraska's got an easy schedule, too. That's going to be the big key this season. I think the winner of that game ends up winning the Legends Division, goes on to the Big Ten championship game.
Wow, potentially an 11-win season.
I think they could
fans would like that.
They could do 11-1, but again, they've got to show up each and every week. They've got to be consistent, and they can't blow that one game where they just don't really show up.
All right, Pete, great stuff. Thanks very much. Keep it right here for more previews from the Big Ten and across the nation, only on CampusInsiders.com.